All right, welcome to Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. This is your mirror soul for Capricorns. And remember that the mirror soul is one soul, two different bodies, or two different experiences. Or you can look at it as one soul frequency in two different bodies, two different experiences. And the purpose of this is to help us understand how we can align ourselves, which in turn does help union. But remember, that is a long road, sometimes lifetimes. And the purpose is really about your spiritual awakening, spiritual growth, and your own alignment. So let's get to it. Meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. So this is the overall energy guidance and the energy between you. The card speaks of dreams, romance, soulmates. Of course, this is a strong soul twin or soulmate connection. As I'm reading for, it suggests new starts that are coming for you. And if you feel like you've had your head in the clouds and you're in an altered state, you might feel a little bit confused about what's happening, but this is your new moon in Pisces, the encouragement to meditate and contemplate. There's also what you've had before, and if what you're expecting more of the same, you may be given that. However, if you're expecting good, and if you have had good in this, expect more of that. Your soul and heart are strong during this time period to manifest your dreams. And there is also an encouragement to feel through things, not using your logic, but that's easy for the Pisces. However, this is for Capricorn, so it might be harder for you. Facing your fears, because they may be holding you back. The situation is being healed is also an encouragement in this energy. And it's time to surrender to the divine and avoid being deceptive or willingly deceptive. It is interesting that that is said as well because of the other cards that we'll be reading. So as I dive into past energy and current energy for our Capricorn, this is going to be Capricorn masculine or Capricorn's feminine's counterpart. We get past energy that feels very stuck. And the present energy is like guarding your heart, protecting your turf, being defensive. It's like you're on the fence about what to do and you're a bit defensive and guarding your heart. This energy feels hurt, painful, separations, endings, and a heartache. And it's like you're stuck in hurt. And it might be from this connection. It could be from energy you've brought from the past, but it's not helping this connection. And so you feel disaligned to me on the masculine side. So this is for the current energy, and as it will be progressing projectively through the next 30 days. Remember, you're the captain of your ship. You can course correct or redirect, go faster, slower. As we get for the blockage on the masculine side is emotional repression. So this is all about when you take your emotions, you're bottling them up. And this is stagnation. That's what this energy is as well, the Ten of Swords. This is being stuck, stagnant, stalling. You're not clearing out your karma. You're not clearing out what you need for healing. And you're being guarded. So find a safe way to express your true feelings. So the energy advice that we get around that is moving forward. Even though things are uncertain, to be brave. And a lot of times it takes bravery to dig into those emotions, to find out what you're really feeling, what your true intent is behind something, to examine yourself, right? The examined life, to have some introspection. And so to find a safe way to express your true feelings, maybe you have to change your location. Maybe you have to change your friend circle. Maybe you have to change where you live or your job, or simply just go out and about and do something different in your life to allow other things to help you to feel more safe or grounded. If you're not feeling that in the job, your friend network, or your home situation, sometimes we have strong families, sometimes we don't, but the advice is around allowing yourself to move forward in whatever direction you need to do that in, to help you get out of this emotional repression, out of this stagnation, stalled energy, feeling defensive. What I get for intention and action for the masculine, this card is a bit deceptive, right? This energy is a lot of, it could be trickery, lying to yourself, lying to another person. It's hiding, it's concealing. It's hiding and concealing your feelings, I feel, since this is what we have for your blockage. You're emotionally repressing. And when you do that, you end up lying to yourself, which in turn ends up lying to other people. And there's a strong energy in meditating and contemplating, which is reminding you, especially, to not go into deception or doing it willfully. And if you're able to catch yourself on that and be true to what you're really feeling and express what you're really feeling in a fair way, then you're going to bring more good towards you. That's what this energy is saying. So your action is all about, it's really fast, right? It's like, this is urgent. I need to do this now. You're not being patient. And this can be with communication and or action itself. And this is an energy of really rushing it. And you don't want to rush it, because your overall advice is meditate and contemplate. So hopefully the divine masculine Capricorns are watching, or the divine feminine counterparts, because there's a strong advice around not doing what it is you are actively going to be doing given the energy trajectory. So what we get on focused on, what you need to focus on is, this is a combination of like the Ace of Wands meets the Fool, right? It's like moving forward bravely, taking a leap of faith, having faith like a child. This is a double energy of having faith like a child, because my Fool card is that, but my Ace of Wands is kind of like that too. So this is a double having faith. This is a double having faith like a child, leaping forward, trusting the divine, trusting the process, trusting source. And this is an energy though, because sometimes the Fool can be rebellious. The Fool can be immature, naive, maybe not putting all the ducks in a row before doing something. And the Ace of Wands is really getting in touch with your soul, your soul's calling. And so it's filled with potential and possibility, but it's guiding you toward your calling, what feels the best to you. But it's hard to know what feels best to you if you're repressing your own emotions. So this is an encouragement of going forward, but remembering to tap into that internal guide. And the world is your oyster. If you're willing to tap into your emotions and feel what you're really feeling, you're allowing yourself to go in the direction that's best for you to go into. But it's going to be hard to do that if we don't slow down. So that's the encouragement. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into divine feminine. This will be for our divine feminine energies, or divine masculine counterparts within the Capricorn connection. So we do get a past energy of the Four of Wands. And so this energy feels very optimistic, hopeful, celebratory. This is unions. Like, your feminine either feels very strongly in union with you, or was, because this is past energy, or she feels very strongly in union with herself. And a lot of times this connection, its purpose is to ignite that union within ourselves. So you guys might have been together, had a union in the past, and then a separation that was really strong, powerful. That's something that hurt. Of course it will hurt on a natural level, but because it's such a strong soul connection, it's going to multiply that by 100, right? And you know what I mean. So there's a sense though that the connection, even though your past energy masculine feels like you're stuck in a mire, this has allowed her to feel more union within herself, is what I'm feeling as well. Because this is this is unconditional love. This is opening up completely. You're no longer considering options. You're no longer confused. It's like, you know the love. You know the love within. You know the love within this connection with your other person. These two are really strong, beautiful energies. This is a strong soulmate, soul twin energy as well. But that feels, this is also a divine masculine energy. That feels like, I know the love here. Like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in her mind. Take gender as it resonates. let's go ahead and dive into her blockage. So your blockages are what you need to really be working on over the next 30 days. So this will be throughout the month of February for you, Capricorns. We do get the dark night of the soul. You're undergoing deep transformation, and trust that this darkness is leading to light. So the feminine is going through the soul's growth, which I see here because she's having more union within herself. Unconditional love this is a very powerful energy. And because it's coupled with the Four of Wands, it feels like the connection itself is allowing her to have unconditional love within herself for the collective and for you. Because of course, this connection feels like unconditional love, right? And so it's allowing that growth within her. And so the other big part of these connections is that third energy that's created, right? It's that energy that flows through the collective. The collective doesn't even know it's experiencing it, but it's being lifted to a higher vibration by your own vibration being lifted. And I feel like that's what's also happening on the feminine side, but the masculine feels disaligned. So we're going to get in that in a bit. So this advice is the Five of Wands. So this is energy around fighting for yourself, fighting to get all that karmic, all that shadowy energy away from you, whether it's within you or around you externally. This is like fighting for that freedom from karma, from shadow energy, and so that you can finalize your transformation and trust that the darkness is leading to light. So even though you may feel like it's a battlefield within, without, trust that this is helping you to clear your karma, to teach you about your growth so that you become more aligned within your own soul, within love, within light, within unconditional love, which is, of course, the strongest purpose of the connection. So it's a very hard journey. I'm sure those who are tuning in know, who have been through this, and are going through it, because you are continuously connected to your person throughout your life. And if you don't have union in this life, you will likely have another life. And until it can be resolved, the alignment within both of you and the collective being raised as a whole. So we do get for the intention the Hangman. So the Hangman is our 12 or third energy. And this is like not forcing it, right? This is letting go, letting God, trusting the process. So her intention is really beautiful. It looks in line with what she felt in the past and in the current energy. The action is the Four of Cups reversed. So this is like no longer ignoring your purpose, no longer ignoring the connection, no longer ignoring your growth. It's like you're going to look at it in the face, you're going to grab the bull by the horns, and you're going to deal with it. You're going to deal with what you need to do. So her energy is beautiful. What I do get for what she needs to focus on is the Ten of Swords reversed. So what she needs to focus on was a mirrored energy that fell out, which is the same as what the masculine is in his past stuck on. So there's an energy between you two that has to do with hurt, heartache, abandonment wounds, separation, endings. And the feminine is rising to the challenge. The masculine is having a hard time. And what the feminine needs to focus on is that feeling of being stuck in the mire. She needs to crawl her way out of this dark night of the soul, fight her way through the internal and external battles to her light, to her love fully. But in doing this, this is going to allow the masculine, because whatever the feminine does or the masculine does, the other side will feel it. That's the point also of the connection. You can't break from it, no matter how much you try, and at times you will. But the advice is for her to focus on that healing, the climbing out of the mire, the healing of the heart, the healing of abandonment wounds and hurt, and forgiveness, right? And ultimately, through doing this, she's going to be able to heal more. As she heals herself, this will heal his energy as well, because he will feel that energy also. This is also an encouragement to focus on if he's bringing hurt to the connection, if he's bringing wounds to the connection, to redirecting him toward healing, toward forgiveness. So this is what I get in the connection between the two of you. We do have one strong mirrored energy here, which he is stuck in and her focus is on. We do get a strong twin soul energy here, or a mirror soul energy here. I like to say soul twin. We also get the divine masculine energy. In the numbers, we do have 10, 7. This is 8. We have 6. We have 1, 8. This is going to be 23 or 5. We have our 10, 4, 3, 5, 4, and a 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We do have our 11 here, and our 1 here for 1, 1, 1. For those of you who are who pay attention to the numbers as confirmation that this is for you within the next 30 days. We also have our 1 here and our 1 here. But this is an 8 and this is a 6, 5, 3. We also have a double 4 on her side. So she has a sense of trying to recreate the structures that are strong for her, to set her structures in stone, solidifying her foundation. So her energy feels more like that. Yeah, so that's what we got in the cards and the numbers. Thank you so much for joining. Remember to leave comments, questions, what's going on in your relationship. While I was meditating, I was hearing from here to eternity, and also you can't stop it. So maybe that resonates for some of you. And also like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys after your next 30 days. Oh, no, just kidding. I'd like to end with the oracle advice for the masculine and feminine. So we're going to go ahead and read about that. We do have, you can do hard things. So this is the encouragement advice for the masculine. It is not as impossible as it may feel. And so the reading for that is, there are many things in this life that we feel we cannot or should not have to do. It can be overwhelming to think about doing something that's hard. But in truth, many things we label as hard could be more appropriately labeled as simply time-consuming and long. Sometimes not wanting to do hard things can be reminiscent of mindsets we have had in childhood when we never wanted to clean our room or do our homework. If you've pulled this energy, then you might need to reassess what has been labeled as hard. So take time to think about the beliefs that are holding you back. Are you putting yourself into a box? You cannot, you should not do something. I don't want to do this because I don't feel like it. Always trust your intuition when choosing which hard activities to do, and do not attempt things that are unsafe for yourself or others. So let's go ahead and dive into the advice energy for the feminine. All right, so her advice is, Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? These seem so appropriate for the overall reading for him and her. I do pre-shuffle everything. So let's go ahead and, for time purposes, I pre-shuffle the cards. So yeah, it's really interesting that these came out on those sides. Where are you being called to journey to? So she has the dark night of the soul energy here. She's growing. And because of this, she needs to pay attention to where she's going to. The Celtic word Imrama means a journey of the soul. That's exactly what she's doing. A voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul knows the way. And if you pull this energy, you're either being called on a soul journey or you're already on it. It could be to a physical ancient place or a metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. That's exactly what we were talking about with the collective. You're being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it's a journey to the world's sacred sites, called to cross country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. That's funny. Old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage is impossible, journey through the portal of your heart, follow the invisible soul trail, and be willing to explore. read a book, watch a movie about a sacred time or place, or perhaps you're being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstance, your soul is ready to journey deep. So an activation activity is to hold your hand on your heart and say, may seeds of light long ago planted begin to rise. I am ready to remember ancient secrets from lands that my soul knows from ancient times. May I be held by the ancient lineage that my soul has served and remembered, that I do not have to do it all alone. So this is the advice on the feminine side. So now we've ended. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys after the next 30 days.